Beavers will kick it off to get us underway. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Anderson wants to throw. Puts it out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Fires left. It's complete. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. At the 35, he's open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. He'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Finds his man. It's Walker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Walker. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
They'll line up for a second down play. Touch pass on the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Walker. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to pass. It's Murphy. He's got it on the move. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Oregon State. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary, make that big play.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Anderson will throw. Quickly to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Snag in the middle. It's Richardson. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Get high! Get high! Get high!
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
It'll be third and long. Anderson wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Gonna run it. It's Hankerson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after their catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They go to the draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
On the direct snap, it's Hankerson. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the big nose tackle, the guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space, just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
He'll toss it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there. Huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The elevation isn't the only thing to worry about up here. This crowd making its presence felt on third down. To the air, it's Murphy. Trying to beat the D deep. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Beavers.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to break into the open. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. After run, now throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Anderson will throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole play.
Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it.
Touchdown, Wyoming! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. An 84-yard drive there, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back to throw time running short in the half. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
It's not the elevation giving you shortness of breath. This crowd alive to try to help the Cowboys. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gives it to the back on the draw.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver going in motion. Anderson wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going for the big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He uncorks one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Cowboys will kick it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
What a cut. Now he's loose. Turning it on. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Isn't the only thing to worry about up here. This crowd making its presence felt on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
They boot it away on 4th down. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. The give to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Anderson will throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Durham. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Handoff to the single back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very difficult to cover.
And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Anderson wants to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll run it to the right side. Got room at the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. to the air. It's Murphy. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Oh, they're after him. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised.
There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
It's not the elevation giving you shortness of breath. This crowd alive to try to help the Cowboys. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Really nice run again. We've seen that on this drive. They've run a ton of plays, and we've seen that all game long. I think when you have a lead like this late in the 3rd quarter, just keep giving this guy the ball. Every time he gets it, something good seems to happen. If you're going to ice this game, it's going to be because this running back keeps having success.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Beavers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Good enough for a first down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Anderson will throw. It's complete to the left. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right in the middle.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. They'll move the wide receiver. Anderson wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They had to just stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. Creates a little space. Hits him with a stiff arm. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Smashes through the tackle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Henderson will throw. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops and get the ball back to our offense.
Goes to the option. They've got the play bottled up. Oh, he's got some space. Defense trying to take it back. And he's got it and headed the other way. And he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Hankerson. He has the first and still on his feet. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The give to the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The elevation isn't the only thing to worry about up here. This crowd making its presence felt on third down. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Snagged out of the air. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Hankerson. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be fourth down and 3. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Anderson wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field.
He's taking the shot. Caught at the 25. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He had no time left, no choice. Had to get it done, and he does. And they're a conversion away from a W.
How about the clock management by this team? Taking all of the clock, scoring late now. All you got to do is finish it. The easy part. Bring out the kicker, knock that PAT through the uprights.
They just need to make the point after for victory. And it is good, and they win it by 1. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.